Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and it's Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the United States for your Turkey Day. I hope your day is great. Thursday is also the day that the Dead by Daylight developers put together a dev stream on Twitch. So we're going to try and digest and condense all of the information that was in that. It was a bit of a light stream today. I anticipated that it would be, just because we've had so much news lately. I don't know what they could really do to build that would be big right away. And with it being a holiday, family holiday in the United States, I thought the content would be a little bit lighter, and it was. So Matthew Cote, game director, returned from South Korea. This past weekend was the G-Star gaming event in South Korea, and he showed off some of the pictures of the booth they had there. And you may have seen in the last news stream that I had that they had an exclusive for that. I have better pictures of that for you now. The Donkey David outfit is this donkey jacket. David's donkey jacket has the urban camouflage t-shirt underneath this wool coat with the leather reinforcement at the top. And this is what it looks like in game. It has this awesome lion logo on the back. And here it is in front in game. It's a very cool cosmetic, and in fact, it was given to me. You may have seen in my glitch video that I was rocking that outfit. I had a very kind person from South Korea approach me on Sunday, and they told me that they wanted me to have the code, and it was just such a generous gift. It was overwhelming because if you don't know, these regional exclusive codes sell for quite a bit of money on eBay. And to see somebody who didn't know me to just approach me and say, I wanted you to have this, it just really touched me. And in a world where nowadays profits seem to supersede principle, it gave me a great faith in humanity, and it was an amazing gift. And so in case anybody thinks that I hacked it, I'll show you here. These are my install codes on my game, and you can see that I added the code for David's donkey jacket on Sunday. And my favorite color is donkey. Thanks to Noob3 for putting that song in my head from his video. But yeah, it's installed in my game, and I can't thank that person enough for their generosity and kindness in donating that code to me. I'm just truly blown away and so appreciative, and I love rocking out the outfit. Okay, so some other cosmetics. They did talk about how in the middle of the night, which was a different time of day obviously in Korea, they streamed on Twitch from the Dead by Daylight account playing, and they used a dev account, and they showed a couple of outfits that we have not seen yet, which was this outfit for Jake, which I'm told is called High School Troublemaker, and this outfit for Dwight Fairfield, which I don't know what we should call this. Illuminati confirmed, perhaps. I'm told that these are not exclusives. This Donkey David jacket here is a regional exclusive. They gave out the codes for it in South Korea. You can't get it unless somebody gives you a code who attended the event in South Korea and has a card with a code on it. I'm told that these two outfits are going to be made available to everyone and will not be regional exclusives. In what format, I don't know. It might be another suitcase, like we had the 80 suitcase. It might be another suitcase coming down for people to buy a whole whack of cosmetics, this included in that, or these could be free. Probably they're going to have us pay for the cosmetics, but I don't know for sure. But they're coming to everyone. And they also talked about on the dev stream today, they confirmed that console will be getting new cosmetics, and they are coming. You poor people who are playing on console, I feel so badly for you. How many cosmetics PC has and you don't. You have been heard. The cosmetics are coming, thankfully, for all of you. And then there's another outfit that's going around that is apparently for crew only, meaning people who work for behavior. I'm told that people saw Not Queen, the community manager, rocking this Nia outfit, and I'm told it says crew on the back, so apparently you can only get this if you work for Behavior, but it's pretty cool looking. Anyway, so let's get into the meat of what they talked about on the dev stream today. So for slides this week, they showed us the roadmap. Really, nothing has changed since last week. It's still the Wraith Cube is coming, and there is the public test build, the PTB event, where we're going to be able to access a different version of the game for no points, just to try it out, and this helps the developers get data to see how it's working within the community. So I would encourage people to play the PTB once it does become available. And that's going to test the emblem system, which is going to change the way the victory conditions occur for survivors and how you earn pips. They're going to change that whole system. So the PTB is going to be the first chance to get a glimpse into how that's going to work. And then they confirmed that the winter event is on the way. No dates given for any of these things, but we have been told that the winter event will be awesome. And the Halloween event was awesome too, so I expect that it will be similarly awesome. And they spent about 15 minutes of the dev stream showing how they made the model for the Sally O'Lantern. Sally O'Lantern. Kim Mitchell. How they made the model and what all the work that went into that. They had the graphics designer come in and show all the layers and all the work that went into creating that head and how much work it was, maybe just to give us an appreciation for getting that head at all, because some people thought we didn't get enough for Halloween. But anyway, so they showed us, not me. I thought it was great. I thought they did a pretty good job so far, but some people thought it wasn't enough. And they sounded like they didn't get what they wanted for Christmas under the tree, but not me. I was like a little kid at Christmas. I was like, this is amazing. Anyway, so they showed how that was made, and it was interesting. Other than showing you this photo, I'm not going to go into it anymore. You can go and watch the dev stream if you want to hear the in-depth explanation about how all that came about. And then the other slides we had were the things that they're testing fixes for internally. I guess there's a problem with the nurse blinking behind one of the houses in Badham. And the foundry generator placement in the Ironworks of Misery. You may have seen Monto and Noob 3 got a 24-hour ban for jumping on top of the generator on that map. So they're trying to figure out either a way to prevent people from jumping on it or moving that generator completely. And you may have noticed that they moved the pallet back on the foundry window to a safety position when they had put it out further before. It came back. I don't know what they're doing with it now. Killers starting without their ability. That's a weird glitch. And this stuck in a pallet bug at the shack. I had two teammates who got stuck in the shack pallet, and luckily the nurse was merciful and she broke the pallet so that they could get out. That's annoying. Azarov, I didn't know. I've never had this before. I didn't even know what this was when they talked about it before, but apparently there's a bug on Azarov where sometimes you can get one gate, exit gate on that map, and sometimes you can get 3. These are things that they are working on. And this is interesting at the bottom. Killer clipping in hooked survivors. This was a new thing that when you would see the survivor hooked in their aura, you could actually see the aura of the killer in black clipping in front of them through the red. So you would know if they were around them. That was something that came up recently, and I thought, wow, that's very interesting, because you kind of know their location when you see auras clipping in front of that red outline person. So they're working on that. And then the mist and the offerings, I guess they had tweaked the mist because it was supposed to help performance, but now with the offerings of mist, sometimes it's getting too black. If people are overloading the mist offerings, it just gets, the visibility is just crazy. So we may see mist offerings go away the way that the lighting offerings for the moon have. I don't know. They wanted to get that lighting dialed in, and they took away the moon offering. So will they, once they have the mist dialed in, will they take away the mist offerings as well? If you bring a lot of mist, it's really hard for the killer to see. We did a hatch game with a key, and we couldn't even find the hatch because there was so much mist. And then this issue, spectate mode for character swapping. That's really annoying when somebody dies, that it clicks back to your own profile of you dead instead of just swapping to another character. That's really annoying. And even the little markers to swap have disappeared completely, so you have to kind of remember where they are, where they were, to click that spot and switch. Generator sound issues. I noticed this on the Mother's Dwelling in the Red Forest, that some of the generators, when they're completely running, they sound like they're missing a piston or something. They sound like they need a tune-up. They're like chugging and making weird noises. And yep, that's about it. So then they had Thomas come in to talk about game economy and how the bloodweb changes have all been implemented in patch 1.8.2, and that's all live. And how they, let me actually turn my game on here, and how they what the thinking was behind the daily rituals. So I have one new daily ritual here. This is one of the ones that came in, the third one that came in since the bloodweb changed, and these are old ones, the first two. So the first one is chase survivors for a total of 9 minutes with Michael Myers. I get 135,000 points for that. And the last one is with Michael Myers, level up Evil Within 4 times, and I'll get 30,000 points for that. So what they did is they downsized the requirements for these daily rituals proportionately. So maybe in the past it would have said level up Evil Within 12 times, and I would have gotten 90,000 points for that. And the reason that they downgraded the points for these daily rituals is because that they wanted people to be able to complete them within one game. Like for me to chase survivors for 9 minutes with Myers, I probably can't do that in one game. Chase means when, you know, the chase music is playing, then the clock would count. So they wanted them to make them attainable in one game so that you wouldn't get stuck playing a character that maybe you don't necessarily enjoy playing for 3 or 4 games just to get your daily ritual done. Like if I have to get 15 hits with the hag while teleporting out of a phantasm trap, that's not reasonable to do in one game. So they tried to dumb these down. And I guess a lot of people have been complaining that they prefer the ones that are worth a lot of points. So they said, we hear your opinions, and they're going to look at the data and see how much more often people are incentivized to do these dailies. Because let's face it, the idea of a daily ritual is to get you to come back every day, to get that hook into you so that you want to keep on playing the game day after day and complete that daily. So if they make them too difficult based on somebody's skill level or ability or the amount of time they have to play, then you're not going to be as incentivized to do the daily. Let's say you can only play the game for an hour. Well, maybe you don't want to play the hag 3 or 4 games during that time. You want to do one game and then do some regular games. So that was the idea behind this, and they're basically going to look at the data and see how, if the completion rate of dailies increases. That's going to be the determining factor. They may tweak them even higher if it doesn't affect completion, but I think the idea is they want to get people completing the daily rituals. So that's the idea behind all of that. And then if I had some points, I would show you how quick the bloodweb is. Maybe I'll go and do that Myers ritual real quick, and then I'll spend some points and show you how fast the bloodweb is now. Okay, so there, I played a game of Myers to get some points, and I only got 1 minute of chase. I got a 4K, and I only got 1 minute of chase because they were all like super altruistic, and I downed them all and hung them all up. I had all 4 of them down on the ground and just used my deer stalker and picked them all up and hung them all up. Anyway, I got 22,000 points, so I'm trying to prestige Feng Min up here, so I'll show you how fast this bloodweb goes now. Look at that. Beautiful thing that is. And we're done. That's how fast it goes. So they've cut the time by 60%, so you're doing it in 40% of the time now. It's really fast, and I love it. So there you go. And then the only other thing they talked about of note, in my opinion, is how they're going to change the information that's available in the lobby. And one of the things that they talked about last week, which I don't think I talked about this, but I'm completely in favor of, is keeping all of the perks secret until the game is completed. And I myself use Discord to play with people a lot of times. And one thing I'm trying to get away from is asking for information on what perks the killer has when someone dies. That's pretty typical. Even when we weren't in voice chat, people would Steam message me the perks that the killer had when they died, and they could see what they were and pass them on to me. So I'm trying to get away from asking about that, because honestly, voice is such an advantage already. I don't need that too. And they're talking about keeping all that secret, which I think would be a good decision. And even keeping secret offerings a secret. Like, why do we even need to see that a secret offering is played? Just keep it secret until the end of the game. That's something I've talked about for months and months and months. I never thought that that was a good idea. Like, just show it at the end of the game. Like, if you see that black disc flip over and you think, oh man, there's a good chance this killer has a Mori, I better be careful. Why not just, surprise, I got a Mori, y'all didn't know. Just keep that secret. I think that's a great idea. And the voice chat thing went so far that I actually had somebody report me on Steam. Not report me, but like they made a topic on Steam that said, is this bannable? Some YouTuber called Paulie Esther uploads videos of himself playing Survive with Friends with voice chat, which is a violation of the rules. Just check one of his vids and he clearly uses voice chat, which gives you and your friends an unfair advantage. And then the responses are you serious? And no, for is this bannable? No, because it's not bannable. But I thought, man, have you ever watched anybody else? Like, there are YouTubers who are way bigger than me who use voice chat in the game. Like, have 20 times the number of subs that I do use voice chat. And I'm the one that this guy made a topic about. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. So, yeah, they are talking about evening out the information and making it so that solo players have a certain level of info that maybe equalizes what, as much as possible, what people who are in voice communication have. It'll never be possible, but to get closer would be nice for people who are going out into the fog alone. Like, so people in voice can say, I'm the obsession, or that I'm the obsession and I have dying light, so make sure I don't die. Well, the survivors, unless you are the obsession, you don't know who the obsession is or if there even is an obsession. So that's, you know, those are the kind of things, right? Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys this week. Happy Turkey Day to everybody in the USA. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.